Order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Legislators May,
Here.
Riley,
Here.
Burtis,
Here.
Tassone,
Here.
Cody,
Sorry, here.
Debbie Keenan,
Here.
Hume,
Here.
Ryan,
Here.
Chase,
Here.
Holmquist,
Here.
McBride,
Here.
Bush,
Here.
Kelly,
Here.
Kinney,
Here.
Williams,
Here.
Irvin,
Present.
Mr. Chairman,
Here.
17 present, none absent.
Thank you. Reading of the minutes. Is there a motion to waive the reading?
So moved.
Thank you. Motion to approve the minutes?
Moved.
Thank you. Are there any communications to be presented?
As listed on the agenda.
Thank you. Have any written statements been submitted for the record?
None were submitted.
Thank you. Reports of standing committees?
None.
Reports of special committees?
None.
Thank you. Before we start our role of legislative districts, I'd just like to welcome Dr. Cody Kelly to the legislature from the 14th district. And we'll be saying goodbye to Casey Jordan next month. We were going to do that today, but unfortunately he was not available. So we will say goodbye to him next month. So with that, the clerk will begin the call of districts, starting with district number 15.
District 15, Mr. Kinney.
None.
District 16, Mr. Williams.
None.
District 17, Mrs. Irvin.
None.
District 1, Mr. May.
None.
District 2, Mr. Rowley.
None.
District 3, Mr. Burtis.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman,
Yes?
unless I missed it, don't we normally do invocation or
Yes,
something?
I do apologize. I was so excited to get to the exciting agenda that I skipped right over your invocation, which I'm sure you spent hours preparing. So everyone, I apologize. Leslie Burtis, if you could just hold for a minute on your items and we will do the invocation. Very important part of our meeting. I apologize. Floor is yours, Legislator Kinney.
Well, guess what? I'm embarrassed. I thought mine was next month, but I'll say something. Dear Lord, please help us to do your will this day and always. Please guide us in our discussion today and help us always to put our constituents first. And thank you for the opportunity we have here to serve the people of Onondaga County. And please bless us in all the work we do. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Very good job for off the cuff. Appreciate it. So given that, again, thank you and I apologize. So Mr. Burtis, Ways and Means Chairman, floor is yours.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would bring items number 1 through 4 and urge their adoption.
Thank you. Number 1, Melanie.
Confirming the reappointment of the independent director and appointment of a director to the Onondaga County Tobacco Asset Securitization Corporation.
Leslie Burtis.
Thank you. Yes, this is what it, as it reads, a reappointment of Peter Seitz. It is the county executive's appointment. And then, Mr. Chairman, your appointment, filling the vacancy of Legislator Jordan, going to appoint Jim Rowley, Legislator Jim Rowley, to the Onondaga Tobacco Asset Securitization. I also sit on it, and it's an important board, but it's rather dry. I urge its adoption. Thank you.
Other comments or questions on item number 1? It is a little bit dry, but a very, very important institution. We actually, by refinancing the debt a few years ago, we're able to bring $3 million to the county. So hearing none, the clerk will call a long call.
Legislators May,
I'm looking for the.
legislators May, Irvin,
Yes.
Kinney,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Burtis,
Yes.
Sisson,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Hune,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
legislator May.
Yes.
17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 1 is adopted. Number 2, Melanie?
Approving and directing the correction of certain errors on tax bills.
Leslie Burtis?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Number 2, we're fixing some mistakes on tax bills in 2 towns, one in Manlius, one in Clay. Or I'm sorry, some in Manlius, some in Clay. The larger errors that you see there that are in Clay are really related to sewer agreements that were agreed upon, put on the tax bills, and the infrastructure did not happen. So everything else is rather routine, customary. I urge its adoption.
Thank you. Other comments on item number 2? Hearing none, clerk will call a short call.
Legislators Abbott Keenan, May, Irvin, Williams. 17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 2 is adopted. Number 3, Melanie?
Authorizing the transfer of tax delinquent property to the state of New York.
Leslie Burtis?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is authorization to transfer a delinquent property that's located at the intersection of Green Lakes Road and Route 290, town of Manlius. This is a parcel. This area is some parcels where New York State's going to take them and fold it into Green Lakes Park. The property that we're talking about here, one property, the delinquency with all things rolled in, expense and fines is approximately $1,800. We're gonna transfer it over to them, and I think it's a good thing, and I urge its adoption.
Other comments on number 3? Hearing none, clerk will call a long call.
Legislators May,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes.
Kinney,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Burtis,
Yes.
Sisson,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Hune,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 3 is adopted. Number 4, Melanie?
Standard workday.
Legislator Burtis?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, this is a standard workday and reporting resolution, something that we do for New York State and local employees retirement system. Today, we're doing it for our own Melanie Velarde, and something that we all have done, need to do. I urge its adoption.
Thank you. Any comments on item number 4? Hearing none, clerk will call a short call.
Legislators Abbott, Keenan, May, Irvin, Williams. 17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 4 is adopted.
District 5, Ms. Cody. I apologize. District 4, Mrs. Tassone.
There you go.
Thanks, Jamie. Mr. Chairman, I present resolution number 5 and ask for its adoption.
Melanie, number 5.
Authorizing the execution of an order on consent with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation relative to the settlement of the amended consent judgment.
Legislator Tassone.
Yes, the DEC, the Atlantic State Legal Foundation, and the county entered into a federal amended consent judgment concerning the county's combined sewer overflow. The county has invested over $700 million in pursuit to the ACJ and has fulfilled all construction milestones and attained all CSO capture goals set forth in the ACL. Timely completion of this milestone and capture goals, as well as water quality improvements realized to this date. The ASLF and the DEC support terminating the ACL settlement. So this is an order on consent. It would become effective and require the county to, among other things, pay the DEC a penalty of $1,000 and provide the DEC with a list of CSO abatement projects the county will construct over the 5-year duration of the order. And that's that.
Thank you. Comments on item number 5? This is really good news. A long time coming, 30 years, $700 million in county funds, plus I think approaching $1 billion from Honeywell. But it looks like we are on the edge of accomplishing what many say would have taken 100 years. This is becoming, and as opposed to a bad mark on our community, it's becoming a jewel of the community. So all good things to come out at the lake. Any other comments? Hearing none, clerk will call a long call.
Legislators May,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes.
Kinney,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Burtis,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 5 is adopted.
District 5, Ms. Cody.
None,
District 6, Mrs. Abbott Keenan.
none,
District 7, Ms. Kuhn.
none,
District 8, Mr. Ryan.
none,
District 9, Dr. Chase.
none,
District 10, Mr. Holmquist.
Mr. Chairman, I offer resolution number 6 and urge its adoption.
Thank you. Melanie, number 6.
amending the 2021 county budget to make funding available for use in connection with a grant from the United States Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Statistics, and authorizing the execution of agreements.
Legislator Holmquist.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a grant. It's an IT grant that actually originated in 2019. It was originally approved for late 2020 of last year, and it got bogged down a little bit due to COVID, so it's back here. So we're offering to amend the budget $336 or $336,000, and again, it's grant money. So I urge its adoption.
Thank you. Other comments on item number 6? Hearing none, clerk will call a short call.
Legislators Abbott, Keenan, May, Irvin, Williams. 17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 6 is adopted.
District 11, Mr. McBride.
None.
District 12, Mr. Knapp.
Chairman, I'm presenting items 7 and 8 on your behalf and urge their adoption.
Thank you. Number 7, Melanie.
Confirming appointments to the Onondaga County Justice Center Oversight Committee.
Leader May.
Thank you, Chairman. 2 very impressive resumes here, one of Carrie Ann Crumby and another from Gregory Scammell. Again, 2 very good choices to be added to this very, very important committee that's been doing a fantastic job with Justice Center oversight and oversight in our jails. I urge their adoption.
Thank you. Other comments? I personally do not know Carrie Ann Crumby, but from her resume, she's obviously a very, very impressive person. I think she's going to do a great job on this very important committee. I do know Greg Scammell. I've known him for 40 years or so. Decorated Vietnam combat veteran and longtime public servant in the town of Lafayette, as well as lots of other very, very noble organizations. Most recently, for the past many years, he has been a volunteer with the jail ministry program right here at our jail. And so when we had an opening, I thought, what better person than someone who talks to the inmates every day, really knows their concerns, and I think will make a excellent addition to this board. I highly support both of them. Any other comments? Hearing none, clerk will call a long call.
Legislators May,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes.
Kinney,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Burtis,
Yes.
Casone,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Abbott, Keenan,
Yes.
Hume,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 7 is adopted. Number 8, Melanie.
Confirming appointment of Deborah A. Kaminsky as Assistant Clerk of the Onondaga County Legislature.
Leader May.
Thank you, Chairman. It's with great pleasure that I offer this resolution, which is the appointment of Debbie Kaminsky to the position of Assistant Clerk at the Legislature. Debbie has proven herself over the years to be a very service-oriented person that has formerly been filling the position of receptionist and doing a fantastic job with that. This opportunity will just further Debbie's relevance as a staff member of the legislative team. And I can't say enough about Debbie's performance and deservedness of this appointment. With that, I urge its adoption.
Thank you, Leader May. Yes, this is a promotion for Debbie. She will be somewhat wearing 2 hats. We will not be filling the secretary/receptionist position. But she is certainly more than up to the task. Other comments?
Mr. Chairman, that's Linda Irvin.
Yes, Leader Irvin.
Certainly in favor of the promotion for Debbie. I think she's doing a wonderful job. Just want to make clear that we're not going to be adding any more staff. Is this just a promotion and not leaving something else vacant?
Correct.
Okay.
As I mentioned, we are not going to be, when I said she's going to be wearing 2 hats, we're not going to be backfilling her position.
Okay, just to be clear, thank you.
Yep, thank you. Hearing no other comments, clerk will call a long call.
Dave, we need a waiver.
Oh, I apologize. Leader May, you requesting a waiver?
I'm requesting a waiver, Chairman. Sorry.
Yep, no problem, my fault. Any objections to a waiver being granted? Hearing none, the waiver is granted. Clerk will call a long call.
Legislators May,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes,
Kinney,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Burtis,
Yes.
Tassone,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan,
Yes.
Hume,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 8 is adopted. Congratulations to Debbie and thanks for a great job.
District 13, Mr. Bush.
Yes, I wish to offer item 9 and urge its adoption.
Legislator Bush, are you requesting a waiver?
Yes,
Are there objections to a waiver being granted on item number 9? Hearing none, the waiver is granted. Melanie?
Memorializing resolution opposing the removal of the Canton Street Bridge, Town of Van Buren, over the New York State Thruway.
Thank you. Legislator Bush.
yes, Mr. Chairman. Most of you probably don't remember when the thruway was constructed in the early 1950s, but when it went through many communities, it split the communities. And in this case, the Thruway Authority decided to construct a bridge over a road that was a main thoroughfare between Camillus and Van Buren and Baldwinsville. Now, the Thruway Authority is contemplating or discussing the possibility of removing that bridge and creating sort of dead ends and just separating the community. And it would be just economically devastating with one of the large commercial plants there. And then we also have some public safety issues, and it's a main thoroughfare for the county to go north-south in this area of the county. And so I hope that we can at least go on record as opposing the throughways, studying and ultimately maybe removing this bridge. The neighborhood will be impacted severely, and I think it's just not in the best interest of the overall community. I urge the adoption that this legislature goes on record as opposing the removal of the Canton Street Bridge.
Thank you, Legislator Bush. Other comments on number 9?
Sure.
Yes, Leader May.
Thank you. I just want to just kind of echo Legislator Bush's support. I think those who know me have more than once heard me complain about memorializing resolutions and their efficacy. However, in this instance, we're talking about infrastructure, connections between towns, commutation to places of employment, things of that nature that go away if this decision were to be made. So I really think that this is a good thing for us to get behind. It's certainly important, not just for Baldwinsville and Camillus, but it does connect these areas and help these employers get people to work in that area. So I strongly support this resolution and commend Legislator Bush for bringing it forward.
Other comments?
Chairman Knapp, if
Yes.
I may, just a quick question. Do we know when the state or the federal may make a determination on this?
I know it's been in discussions for some time, so I would think it's coming up. The reason it's on it's in discussion is because the bridge is approaching its useful life, whatever, recommended life, whatever the term that the engineers use for this. So they're making a decision whether to do the necessary repairs to keep it there or to just take it down. So I think the decision is coming up relatively quickly. It looks like it was built in the mid-50s. So yeah, we're approaching 70 years old. So not exactly 100% sure on that. If anybody else knows, please chime in.
Chairman, if I could, my understanding is that there, obviously hasn't been a decision by the Thruway Authority yet. But I do know the affected towns, it is an issue for them, and they are in active dialogue, at least amongst themselves, over the issue. So, it's a good time for us to at least say our piece on the matter.
Absolutely. And the fact that the Thruway has mentioned it to the towns as being a possibility means that it's certainly coming up soon.
If they have to fix it, my understanding, but will they have to rebuild it, or will they just be able to fix it? My understanding is they have to actually probably not just fix it, but repair it and make it to, I think it was built, as Legislator Bush had indicated, in the 50s, but now there's new federal highway standards and they have to be repaired accordingly, right? So is that a statement, true statement?
I think that's probably accurate. Yep. Don't know that they have to knock the whole thing down and build it anew, but it's coming up on some significant maintenance, I think.
Chairman, the word is that it would require a full reconstruction.
Really? Okay.
Is what I've heard. Yeah. So I don't know if there's much that can be reused, just given the age.
Yep.
And again, these are all formative discussions.
Yeah.
And
definitely concerns from the surrounding towns.
Yep.
I guess the
not
last
only
question-
the convenience, but there's a very large employer, Cisco, out there that uses this bridge a great deal. Also, school buses. It would force the school buses to go another route way around to get to the Baldwinsville school district. So some pretty significant ramifications here besides the obvious of cutting off one community from another.
Yeah, sure. And obviously efficiency, I just worried that if and or when it gets rebuilt, right? So what that, we talk about neighborhood impacts. What would the new bridge look like in the entrances and all that? So I just wonder what that would, how that would impact the neighborhood in and around the bridge, but okay.
Yeah. I don't think it would have it's a pretty straight shot right across from one side to the other. There's no major intersections right near it. There's very close to it, but not right near it where the bridge is itself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Legislature. Would it not have to be widened? I'm going by what they've talked about with 81, that if they had to take it down, it would have to be significantly wider. Is that an issue as well?
Maybe slightly. It's a 2-lane road coming into it. So they may have to widen it a little bit because I know they like bigger shoulders and things now. But I don't know a lot of the specifics now.
Thank you.
Yep. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, clerk will call a long call, please.
Legislators May,
Yes.
Irvin,
Yes.
Kinney,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Rowley,
Yes.
Burtis,
Yes.
Casone,
Yes.
Cody,
Yes.
Abbott Keenan. Yes. Hume,
Yes.
Ryan,
Yes.
Chase,
Yes.
Holmquist,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
17 ayes, none opposed.
Resolution number 9 is adopted.
District 14, Dr. Kelly.
None.
Thank you. That concludes the call of legislative districts. There are no local laws today. There's no unfinished business. I do have two announcements from the chair. One is that we've been discussing the police reform plan. Unfortunately, that was not ready to go today with the various requirements for a public comment period and everything after the final plan is released. So we are tentatively looking at a special session next Tuesday, the 9th, and that will be the only thing on the agenda to consider that so that we can stay within the state's timeline to get that done and help our neighboring towns and villages that may need to vote on that plan as well. So be watching of your email so that we can, once we have that confirmed, we'll get the word out to everybody. And then the only other thing is the plan is to continue through the month of March with our virtual platform. And then for committees, the committee agendas don't look too terrible this month, busy wise. And then starting April 1st, the plan is to be, assuming that everything seems to keep going in the same very positive direction with COVID, that we will be back live for our April session on April 6th and committees going forward the whole 9 yards. So obviously, everything has to keep going in the right direction, but that's the intent as of right now is to have that. So I want to let everybody know that. With that, Leader May, do you have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Yeah, I move to adjourn until Tuesday, April 6th at 1 p.m.
Thank you. We are adjourned.